This time, we talk about polynomials at ano nga ba ang mga dapat pag-usapan tungkol dito. Yan, lahat ang nakikita sa na nakalista. Numerical coefficients, leading term, constant term, degree, the number of terms, and the classification based on degree and number of terms. You will see that later. Next. So here, makakakita tayo ng mga examples ng polynomial. So ang tanong, bakit nga ba sila polynomial? So ano nga ba ang mga requirements para maging non-polynomials? Una, may negative exponents ba? Makikita sa taas na kahit isa, wala sa mga exponent nila ang negative. So bawal 'yon. Pag negative ang exponent, ibig sabihin non-polynomial siya. Meron bang variable sa denominator? Palagi lang naman ang pinag-uusapan dito, variable x. So tingnan natin. Sa lahat pa rin dito sa nasa taas, walang variable sa denominator. May denominator man, pero number. It's not a variable x. Next. Meron bang fractional na exponent? Ibig sabihin, may exponent ba na fraction form? Hindi, puro integers yan. Okay? So, pag naging fraction yan, bawal na rin yan, non-polynomial na rin siya. And lastly, radical in x. So, ibig sabihin, pag ang x nagkaroon ng radical symbol, hindi na kagad yun polynomial. Kasi isang ibig sabihin din nun, fraction yung exponent niya. So, ano-ano ba example ng non-polynomial? One is, ayan, may negative na exponent. Pwede ba na non-polynomial ba to kahit yung isa ay positive, yung isa negative? Automatic yan, kahit isa lang, na exponent ang negative. Tandaan na negative yung exponent, not the term itself. Kailangan yung exponent ang negative para maging non-polynomial. Dapat din may variable sa denominator. O ito, yung denominator niya variable, kaya non-polynomial siya. May fraction din na exponent, kagaya nito. So, automatic yan, non-polynomial. And lastly, may radical. May radical. So, may radical symbol at ang nakapaloob sa kanya, x. Yun ang non-polynomials. Alright? Now, so here, makakakita pa rin tayo ng polynomials, pero ang susunod na instruction, i-rearrange daw siya according sa exponents. Ano yung arrangement ng exponent? Dapat decreasing yung exponents. So, isa-isahin natin. Sa una, x squared minus 6 minus x. Ano-ano ba yung mga exponent ng variable dito? So, ang exponent lang na tinitingnan doon sa may x. Okay? Sa may x. So, ito x squared. So, 2. Ito, wag muna natin or lagpasan muna kasi wala namang x. Pero may explanation kasi yon. Ito muna may x. Ano kaya yung variable dito na hindi natin nakikita pero alam natin na meron? That's 1. So ito 2, ito 1. Ano kaya ito? Pag wala na yung variable x, the exponent of x is 0. Okay? The exponent of x is 0. So, alam natin dapat na ito 2, ito 1 ang exponent. Pag ganyan, wala nang variable x, ang exponent ay 0. So, rearranging will mean x squared followed by minus x and then minus 6. So, tandaan, pag nire-rearrange, kasama pati yung mga signs ng terms na yan. Now, for the second example, we use 3x cubed, then 2x squared minus 5x minus 6. And then for the third example, we start with 2x cubed minus 7x and plus 6. Kasi positive si 6 dito, kaya plus 6. So, tingnan naman natin this time ano ang mangyayari or ano ang mga dapat alamin sa isang polynomial. First off, kailangan nating malaman yung numerical coefficients. Pag sinabing numerical coefficients, yun yung number before the x. Before the x. Okay? So, kung baga dito, ano kaya yung number dito na hindi natin nakikita pero alam natin na nandun? That's positive 1. What about this one? Number again, na before the x, that's negative 1 and for the last one is negative 6. So kasama pa rin yung nasa dulo kahit wala na siyang x. But technically, meron pa ngang x yan, di ba? Kasi nga, ang pag wala ng x, ang exponent ng x na yun ay 0, kaya nawawala. So meron pa rin tong x Kaya lang ang exponent niya 0. So, yung number before the x is the -6. What about for this one? Tandaan, ang kinukunan ng numerical coefficient yung mga na-arrange na yung exponent. So, this one, we start with 3, then 2, then -5, then -6. What about the last one? We start with 2, then we have 0, -7, and 6. Naku, bakit nagkaroon ng 0? Kasi ganito yan. May nawawalang term dito. May nawawalang term dito. Bakit natin alam yun? Look at the exponent. From 3, biglang naging 1. So, nawawala yung exponent na 2. So, pag may nawawalang exponent, automatic yun, sinisingitan or nilalagyan ng 0 na numerical coefficient. Alright? Or parang ganito na lang. Di ba 3 ito? 3 ito. Pag hinihingi yung numerical coefficient, add 1 to the highest exponent. Add 1 to the highest exponent. Dapat yun yung dami ng terms dito. Yun yung dami ng numerical coefficient dito. Parang ito, 3 plus 1. There are 4 numbers or numerical coefficient. Ito, 2 plus 1. There are 3 numerical coefficient. So that should be your guide. Highest degree or highest exponent plus 1, yun dapat yung sinusulat na numerical coefficient. Next. This time, we discuss the leading term, leading coefficient, and constant term. Doon pa rin sa nakuha natin or na-arrange natin na terms kanina. O sa Tagalog, ano ba ang leading? So, nauunang term. So, tatlo na to, ano yung nauuna? Obviously, ito yun, x squared. What about for the second one? Siyempre, ano yung nauuna? 3x cubed. Then sa third, 2x cubed. Pag naman sinabi nating leading coefficient, titingnan yung leading term, yung nauuna, at kukunin lang yung numerical coefficient na, yung number na naman dito before the variable x. So this time, it's 1, then 3, and then 2. When we say constant term, ito yung term, usually nasa dulo, lalo na kung naka-arrange. Okay? Kung naka-arrange, usually nasa dulo at walang variable x. Walang variable x. So, in example 1, that's -6. This is -6 also, and this is +6. Okay, next. Still using the same 3 example, let's talk about degree. I'll show you what the degrees are. For the first one, that's 2. Second and third, that's 3 and 3. Saan kaya nakuha yon? Tingnan natin. Asan kaya yung 2, 3 at 3 dito sa examples na to? If you guessed or if you say, yun yung highest exponent sa bawat polynomial, your answer is correct. So, ang degree, palagi yung highest exponent in a polynomial. So, you have 2, 1, 0. So, yun yung highest. 3, 2, 1, 0. Siya yung highest. Now, based sa degree, we can also classify a polynomial. Pag 2, that's what we call quadratic. Pag 3, that's what we call cubic polynomial. Paano pag ang degree ay 1? That's what we call linear. Pag 4, quartic, and then pag 5, quintic. Ay, marami pa yan, pero hindi na rin naman masyadong gagamitin sa examples. So let's proceed with the next. So another topic we should discuss is the number of terms. The number of terms. So ilang terms nga ba meron sa isang polynomial na to? Paano natin malalaman? Tingnan yung plus or minus sign. Tingnan yung plus or minus sign. Yun yung magiging parang divider. Yun yung tagahati para malaman yung number of terms. So meron tayong dalawang minus sign dito. So yun yung panghati. Ilang terms ngayon? We have 1, 2, and then 3. So we have 3 terms for the first example. What about for the second examples? We have 1 plus, then 2 minus. So panghati, panghati, panghati. Yes, so that will give us 4 terms. What about for the last one? It's also 3 terms. So tandaan na, etong mga plus and minus yun yung panghati. Or baka siguro mas maganda ring nakita nyo. Kung ilan yung plus or minus plus 1, yun yung number of terms. So we have 1 and 1, so 2. plus or minus sign. So, plus 1, 3. Ito, meron tayong 3 plus or minus 1. Plus 1, that's 4. Plus, ito, dalawa rin, plus 1. We have 3 terms. Again, based on number of terms, meron tayong tinatawag na classification. Pag 3 terms ang meron, that's what you call trinomial. Pag 4, we call that multinomial. Pag o 3, trinomial. Paano pag isa lang? That's what you call monomial. Pag dalawa, that's what you call binomial. So sana matandaan din yan. Next. So let's try this example. Is this a polynomial? All right, if your answer is yes, you have to justify. What do I mean by justification? Tingnan nyo yung apat na tinanong natin kanina. Meron ba siyang negative exponent? Wala. Meron ba siyang variable sa denominator? Wala. Meron ba siyang fractional exponent? Wala. Meron ba siyang radical na may x? Wala rin. So, ibig sabihin, yung apat na tanong na yon hindi nag exist dito sa binigay. Ibig sabihin, polynomial siya. Dapat dun sa apat na yon puro no ang sagot. Numerical coefficient. So, ito na yung numbers before the x. So, ilan yung, ano yung highest exponent? 3 plus 1. Dapat apat yung magiging sagot natin. Ano-ano kaya yung apat na yon? That's 1, 3, 3, and 1. Now, what's the leading term? Nauunang term. O, naka-arrange na naman yan. So, titingnan lang yung una. Alright, that's x cubed. At ano yung numerical coefficient niya? That's 1. Yung number before the x. What's the constant term? Yung constant term yung walang x. Okay? So that's 1. Yung nasa dulo. Okay? Ano yung degree? Degree is the highest exponent. Tama. If your answer is 3, that's the correct answer. And it should be classified as cubic. Meron tayong listahan earlier. And then how many terms? So may tatlong plus. So plus 1, there should be 4 terms. And that is what we call multinomial. I guess that's it. Thank you.